Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin.
Chapter 2, The Spirit Queen. Okay. I think this was... I think 3 episodes came out on the same day, but I think these first 2 are kind of a 2-parter opener.
Okay.
The reason I bring that up is because I'm desperately hoping that they have front-loaded Tabby's ridiculous...
There's nothing wrong with, like, 3 or 4 movie references a sentence.
That fucking bathroom scene was like zing, 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 zing.
And we were sitting quietly and like, okay. We were letting it happen. And then finally, I don't remember which one it was.
She was like, we made a pact, like in the Losers Club from It. And I was like...
Rachel just pulled a full The Office. Like, she was like...
It was a very Jim face.
It was more like when, in season, like, 3 of Arrested Development, when Anyang says Anyang.
And then Lucille is
and
like...
Lucille's just like...
I'm going to Anyang's soccer award ceremony and...
Oh, no.
It was very like that.
I just, that aside.
Yeah.
I am enjoying this. I think I got a handle on the girls.
Okay.
Imogen, Noah, Tabby, Theron, and Mouse. Minnie.
Yeah, Minnie.
So the plot of this one is that they've apparently dropped murdering Karen.
Yeah, killing is now off the table, and they're gonna play just like a vaguely humiliating
Well,
video.
so they have this plan to humiliate Greg.
Yeah.
By playing this video. I was like...
Or Greg, honestly.
Because the video is just Karen kind of drunk talking about how bad at sex he is and how little his penis is. And so I was like, why is this humiliating Karen?
Yeah.
Like,
just because she's drunk and she's like about to... Well, they also... Imogen makes sure to be like, it's definitely not a sex thing. And then it is immediately a sex thing.
And then she's going to edit it so that there's not time for the... Because I actually really liked their plan of playing it instead of releasing it on the internet, because the internet's forever. And then she's like, I'm going to edit it so that people can't record it. And I guess her master plan was by making it longer?
Yeah, I don't...
Because she just added, like, a bumper and, like...
She did.
Very funny.
I guess in that sense, it sort of works, because when you think it's just like a Karen for Spirit Queen thing, you're not going to whip your phone out. And then by the time you realize what it actually is, it's back to the Karen for Spirit Queen thing.
That was a pretty long scene. I could have gotten my camera.
It was way long.
And I guess Tyler's on the show. He's here, listed in the, like, Google cast list.
He had the most conspicuous shirt at that party.
Because they showed because it made me question what timeline we were in. Because that was some like 2009
even
Hollister American Eagle.
Even older.
The colors were
sure.
It was
But then that would have introduced a third timeline with just a bunch of random teenagers.
And so we saw the shirt like 3 times, and then later she's talking to Tyler, and you were like, "Who's Tyler?" And then when they come back to it again, I was like, "Duh."
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So I don't get it. I don't like Karen's whole deal. So they decide to release the video.
Yeah.
And they got videos from A of prepping for all of the bad things
at the end of episode 1, and they assumed it was Kelly or Karen rubbing it in their face that she like got away with it.
It was like 3 kind of shitty things, and then like 2 grievous crimes.
Yeah,
like the razor blade is some really next level shit, and then I guess suffocating the rat. It was terrible.
Like turned a tank, and none of us actually looked at it. So when Mouse later was like, she turned the tank into
he had like a thing
vacuum.
Yeah, and I think he just pulled the air out of it or something. But regardless.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad that they hit that point, how heinous that was.
Yeah.
But it just sort of, like I said, the degree in crime.
Yeah.
Were like.
Yeah.
And so then Karen wanted to meet with Imogen
in the cemetery at night we got a vague.
Why did you want to meet her though?
Because to like kind of get on the same level about what was going on, I think. But also, Imogen made this weirdly veiled comment about how they met at the cemetery because it was their thing. And I'm like, that's weird. I feel like we need more of that.
No, I forget why. Imogen had or Karen had a reason for calling Imogen there. And I don't remember what it was because that's when Imogen was like, well, you did this. And Karen was like, or she was like, you sent us a video of you killing a rat. And Karen was like, what?
Yeah.
It was very hard for me to suspend disbelief.
Sure.
To not be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Something else is happening.
Because Imogen sort of believed her. Because she came up with this whole plan. And then no fewer than like 45 times did she try to back out of it completely. And the other 4 are all like, no, she's fucking horrible. Like, and even still, even if she didn't put the razor blade in her own shoe and she didn't kill that rat, even if that's this man-shaped figure, this punishment still is not big enough for the crimes she's committing. She's a bad person. Her and Kelly are bad people. Like, I don't.
So they come up with the plan to forfeit. That Karen's going to forfeit running for queen, and she confessed. But I don't understand why Kelly did it. Was it just because Kelly was more put together than Karen was?
Maybe. I don't know. I still think they're being each other.
Which one's dead?
Karen. Oh, maybe Kelly. I don't know. I only say Karen is because I think she's wearing the same outfit she was wearing when Kelly came home from school.
Yeah. So why? It was the pink Kelly outfit.
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
When Kelly in the hideous pink outfit gets home from school, Karen is wearing like sweats kind of. And I think at the end of the episode when she gets tossed off the thing, I think she's still wearing that outfit.
Okay.
I think Karen is dead.
Anyways, when they were having that conversation, because they're going to pull a Carrie.
Yeah.
And which, I mean, duh.
It was shot for shot.
It was phrased in such a way that you could believe that was the first time they had traded places.
Sure.
But also it could have been like the 500th time. So I'm not entirely sure there.
Well, also because we had more than one person mix them up in this episode, the principal and Imogen. And then they both, whoever was in each scene, I don't know. Karen could easily still be like, who fucking knows? But both of them were like, come on. I thought we were past this. I'm Kelly or I'm Karen. So I think that was definitely on purpose.
So we got more with Noah. We don't know what she did, but she was in juvie.
She was in straight up juvie.
And I don't remember if we mentioned she had the ankle monitor.
Yeah.
But now she's the one that has the boyfriend Sean.
Yes, yeah.
And they had sex in this episode?
I don't know if it was for the first time, but it was on a teacher's desk. And that feels bad on a number of levels.
But she was at her community service and she had another interaction with Sheriff Beasley where, knowing full well that he has this incriminating evidence on her, his bright idea was to menace her even further.
That she has incriminating evidence on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That didn't quite clock to me. Not that I necessarily thought he would be like, he absolutely shouldn't have been afraid of her.
Who's gonna believe her? She's a delinquent.
But it's like he should have been the one to dangle freedom in front of her.
Yeah.
And he just threatened her, and she was like, "Well, maybe if you give me my freedom." I don't know. I didn't love
and
that.
Also only for one night. But I guess she only has a month left.
No, I think
like
she's
the punishment.
Done.
No, when she told Sean, she was like, "I get it off for the night."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm invested in Sheriff Beasley because I think he's hot. And he's really sleazy.
He's so sleazy.
It's real rough. And so we'll see.
I have a hard time with the hot part because he is, but also he was very obviously coercing a blowjob from that young boy, and I don't like that. So it's a fascinating turn of events, but especially with I just keep comparing it to the other Pretty Little Liars, which even after only 2 episodes was so podunk. And I just keep remembering where sure, the sheriff was kind of dirty, but not actually preying on youths dirty.
That was for the teachers.
Yeah.
So we also
he was only 22. I'm kidding.
Don't.
I'm kidding.
Don't help yourself. We also have Chip, who is Tabby's straight gay best friend.
He's in love with her.
And she
very clearly. She is. It's Dawson.
There's gotta be a movie she's seen.
She's a Lady Dawson.
Her favorite male-centered coming-of-age story after Moonlight is The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Hey. Did she say those words?
Yeah. Those movies are both great. My point is that it's like, oh, God, we don't need this lens.
Also, I mean, just like two very, I mean, like, they're very excellent movies, yes, but like, so weird to relate to like, I don't know.
She said it in the girls' bathroom standing next to a machine that said tampons.
They're just both at such extremes of the like, I don't know. That's very weird. I don't like Tabby right now.
No, she's not my favorite. Wes is also still being a real creeper.
Also, I was able to glean the boys' favorite movies. Chips is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Fine. Wes is Reservoir Dogs. Red flag. 36 years old. You haven't seen a better movie since then?
You manage a movie theater.
Like an art house theater, too. You haven't seen a better movie since Reservoir Dogs? I love Reservoir Dogs. That's not in question, but woof.
We haven't gotten a lot from Minnie. From Mouse?
From Mouse, yeah. Not a ton. We found she has a tragic backstory, which she told the guy, the friend.
Is he Ash?
Yes. Fucking Ash Romero. It's bad. It's bad. She told him she had a tragic backstory, but she also said she couldn't get into it that night because it's like too long of a story. They were smoking pot outside. It was sort of cute. I hope that they are
all of the makeover
friends.
Was amazing.
Really cute.
Every one of their looks was amazing.
Yeah.
I was a little curious if they were pre-existing friends or this Breakfast Club incident made them friends.
It seems
both, but more the latter.
I think they like knew each other because they're like orbit each other like all small town kids in high school do, but I think it was because they were all sort of like getting to know each other in that Breakfast Club scene. So I think it was, but I do think they are also connected because all of their mothers went to high school.
Well, the one of them was like, she was like, I didn't even know that my mom knew your mom.
Yeah.
So that's like, I don't know.
I think after high school, those moms were like, shut the fuck up.
Well, Farron has a dancer friend, Henry, that she thinks is straight. I don't know why. He's like, this is a cast chock full of potential gays.
Yeah.
And he's the most
potential gay. And also, it's sort of like, it's not even like the center stage vibe where they all are like, ooh, he's straight. It's like,
well, he's like showing interest in her, but she's also fabulous. Like, she's gorgeous.
She's fantastic.
And it's like,
she's really, her name is Zarya. One name only. Love that for her. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
I guess are they seniors? I mean, I guess they're meant to be like 17 years old. So it's like, he might not be fully there. I was thinking she was going to find him making out with Greg or something.
That deep V says he's there. I don't know how you get a deeper V. I think those are specially given away to the gays only. We had a little flashback with Imogen and her mother, who basically was like, I don't like Karen. She sucks and she's a bully and you are not allowed to be a bully. And I just like, I don't know. My like spiteful eye for an eye attitude is very like, Karen got what was coming to her.
It's what she deserves.
It's what she deserves. Well, in a way that I'm like, now the five of them have gotten a message from A, which is also what makes me think this was a 2-part opening, is because this was their first actual missive from A. And they were like, 1 bully down, 5 more to go. And I'm like, this was like a response to bullying. Like,
well, because also they all could see Karen up there pre-carrying, but then they didn't see that lumbering thing.
Until it was too late.
Like, well, also
Imogen did.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah, because then her eyes got really wide, and that's when Karen, her like face turned to confusion, and she turned around, and that's when she like got attacked. Also, It was, I mean,
well, then there was no pep in her step after the fact.
No.
Because she stopped to check her text message.
Yeah.
And there was blood pooling towards her feet, and she was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah. That kind of stuff you have to suspend your disbelief. Like the fact that like all in the old one, they all had like endless black dresses for funerals. And they were all different. Like 75 different black dresses. But the Carrie thing, I don't wish it was pig's blood, but it was also just paint. Like this is simultaneously so much darker and grosser than the like original one, and yet still it's got that weird fucking tame quality to it where I'm like, what are we doing?
So that's something that I'm a little afraid of. That the first episode was like the pilot where they got the like edge in, and I'm afraid nothing's gonna
grasp that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely in. I don't know that it's changing my life.
No, but I'll have a fun time for 10 episodes for sure. So. I think the other thing I was going to say earlier is that I am getting kind of a quality, and again, I'm hoping that it's because this feels like a two-parter, but I was getting a very like, in all the scenes where the 5 girls are together, I was getting the vibe of like very exposition heavy, where it's like, well, you know, ever since 3 years ago that Karen's been blah, blah, blah. And,
I think it's been okay. It wasn't bothering me that much.
I felt it a couple of times, and it wasn't like overtly terrible, but it was enough that I clocked it, that I was like, I hope this is just because it's like the first 2 episodes.
So, all right. Well, if we forgot anything, we'll tack it on in the next episode. And like I said, I think we're good to cover this. So we'll get these to you as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And then it would be great if we could be live, because in the 8, 9, 10, there'd be 3.
Yeah.
So we'll pull like we did with Yellow Jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Jump on this bandwagon.
So tight.
So, okay. Well, bye.
Bye.